Today's podcast is sponsored by Microsoft's new podcast, Security Unlocked. A bunch of you have listened. Many of you maybe haven't yet, but you should. There's links down below. Here we are. I'm running blind today. I can't see. Like the monitors, Windows did the thing again where one flips and now monitor 1 is now monitor 2 and 2 is 1. And
I once observed that technology has never betrayed me. It's the biggest lie I've ever uttered.
So I can see Paul's face twice, which is twice as scary as
Must
usual.
Must be awesome.
Yeah, it's really an improvement for my day. Let me tell you. So things kind of transpired yesterday. Pretty heavy on the government side. The FTC coming out and saying, hey, you know what, Facebook, you ruined the UI of Instagram. You turned it into a Sears catalog. You should spin that off. It wasn't because they turned it into a Sears catalog.
No.
Or an Amazon catalog, I guess, or IKEA.
I find it very interesting that none of this complaint, I actually haven't read the entire complaint, but based on their announcement about the complaint, the FTC never got into what I feel is the more crucial issue, which is that this company has subverted our democracy. No, I mean, seriously, like, to me, that is a much bigger issue than purchased upcoming competitors to get rid of the competition. You know, personally, my biggest problem with Facebook is sort of what you just described. They've ruined these apps, especially Instagram most recently. It's I can't. It's awful. I went to Instagram specifically because it wasn't Facebook. And what I mean by that is not that it wasn't owned by Facebook, but that it was literally a place where there was less hate and stupidity and, you know, rumor mongering and fake news and blah, blah. It was just about pictures, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, you and I, you know, we write things about tech online and we discuss it on Twitter and we do all this stuff. And Instagram was like this little oasis of calm, you know? And now it's like you said, it's actually like the Sears catalog. It's like a giant, it's just ads and videos and store. There's a store in it now for some reason.
They quite literally took the place where they had trained the user for, I don't know how long Instagram's been around. We'll just say 5 years, whatever, a long time, to tap a certain spot to get to like just the general search. And then they replaced that exact spot with a shopping button.
Create a new post. Yeah. Yep.
Like it's crazy. And they're like, it's fine. Like, you know, we'll get more people into there, more eyeballs on that. Like it is quite literally turned in from a Photoshop or photo like viewing place to like peak capitalism. Like we've trained the user to do this so long. Now we are going to move the cheese and call it Windows 8. And that's
that's good. Somebody gave me this information on Twitter. I used it as a tip yesterday in Windows Weekly, but in the Facebook mobile app, not on the web, but in the mobile app, you can actually remove that marketplace button, the video button, which is called, I think, Watch. If you go to settings, go all the way toward the bottom, you'll see something about the shortcut bar. You can actually turn those two buttons off. In Instagram, you cannot. And of course, what you just described, I'd have to look at it to see where search. I don't use search all that much, but I use add new post every day. And I got to tell you, not only did they move the location, but they moved it from the bottom of the screen to the top where it's really hard to reach. And it's not always there anymore. It's only there on certain screens. And it's like, guys, seriously, you have literally made it harder to post pictures to a picture sharing service. It is unbelievable. So hopefully someday there'll be an addition to the Instagram app that lets you remove those items as well, because I have zero interest. I want to gouge my eyeballs off when I click on I call it the video tab on Facebook. It is the stupidest. If you thought like TikTok was like, you know, ridiculous user-generated content, imagine that, but 100 times stupider. It is horrific. Anyway, I'm glad you can get rid of it in Facebook, but
that's why I don't log into Facebook.
I kind of have to, because it's the only way I know when it's someone's birthday. So I don't not every day.
Here's a counter thought somebody proposed to me at some point. Here's a counterpoint. Yep. If the only way you know that it's somebody's birthday is by logging into Facebook, maybe you don't need to know.
Well, okay, no, that's fair. Facebook is the only way that I keep in touch with a wide swath of people, because, you know, obviously we all live in different places, whatever. So I'm not on it all day long. Like on Instagram, I check Instagram a few times a day, I'd say. I check Facebook. It probably works out to once, like 6 times a week or something. It's not quite every day. So I'll miss, you know, sometimes I'll miss someone's birthday, but but it's, family and friends who don't live anywhere near me, especially this year when you think about it, right? We're not seeing people. My friends from Boston I haven't seen since February. Our friends from Microsoft and from that group we haven't seen since, I don't know, last October. I mean, it's been a long time. So,
yeah, I don't care.
Anyway, that's why I don't go to Facebook because like
it got to the point
stuff.
where logging into Facebook just raised my blood pressure by seeing all just the stupid. Like that's why I got rid of it. Like the people that I care about, one sitting on the other side of this wall is my wife. Like I see her every day, for or against my will, and my child, and like my parents are all close enough. And then like it's honestly it's just iMessage, which is just text-based messaging. For me, like I mentioned it earlier this week, I just have like a thread from like all the friends that I've met or whatever, at least high school friends. Like there's like that group, and then there's like another group, and like that's it. Like if you're not in there,
look, I'm not defending Facebook. I just it is
Paul Thurrott explicit. No, I'm just kidding.
Facebook
I'm kidding.
Lover, Facebook defender.
They should call it Paul Book.
Facebook apologist Paul Thurrott today said that. No, it's not that. I actually really can't stand Facebook. It's just that's where those people are, right?
I get
and
it.
There's I can passively keep up on the fact that my cousin or kid has done something or whatever it is, and there is a connection there. We forget this is the point of Facebook. That's all. And like I said, I'm not sitting there all day long, blah blah blah, whatever. But
not a Facebook warrior posting your political slants so that everybody can try to be converted to your religion.
No, and
that's the downside of Facebook.
I rarely post to Facebook. I post to Instagram almost every day because I just like pictures. I just like photos.
So I'm the same way. I did previously prefer Instagram right up until they turned it into the IKEA book, and that
and that's the problem because where do you go from here? There is nowhere to go.
Yep.
I can start a word play. No, see the thing is, it's not about me posting photos, right? Like although I do obviously, but I mean, I scroll through it to see, I like I don't know. There are random people I don't even know that I follow. Someone lives in the south of France or some guy lives.
Oh no, I do the same. I follow a lot of like astronomy, like backyard, like people with Dobson telescopes just taking pictures of stuff. Mostly because I want to do that someday, but I don't live in an area that's dark enough or two feel like spending the thousands of dollars for one of those things. But maybe someday.
Well, soon your smartphone will do it. But do you ever? Like one of the things I follow one or two hashtags that are related to Paris, Paris, France, not Paris Hilton, and you see beautiful pictures of Paris. It's nice. But the problem is these hashtags are very popular. So, of course, what you see is a lot of advertising, too. Like you see people will post the hashtag and it'll be like a woman wearing an expensive coat standing on a random, and it's really about the coat, or whatever. And it's like I report that stuff. But that stuff, too, it's like the service is a victim of its own success. And it makes it less, or I should say it makes it more infuriating to use, for people. Like I just want to see the pictures, right? Not a picture from a hotel chain or something that has like a perfectly presented croissant meal with the Eiffel Tower in the background. And it's like, guys, come on. This isn't Paris. This is nonsense. But yeah, Instagram, whatever.
Yeah. Well.
Oh, what else do we hate today?
Oh, if you need something that's not nonsense, you can take a listen to Security Unlocked, a new podcast where Microsoft security evangelist Nick and Ataya take a closer look at the latest innovations in threat intelligence, security research, and data science with a special focus on demystifying artificial intelligence and machine learning. Be sure to listen and hit subscribe with the links down in the description below. I almost did that in one breath.
I was going to say, geez, what... Are you like going for a scuba diving exam?
Well, the problem here is my furnace just kicked on and I can hear my humidifier running. So if you hear background noise, that's what it is. And I don't have my phone, which I can turn it off real quickly because that's upstairs. And
I get to take a couple of breaths.
Well, this is just like the perfect podcast because I can't see the actual what's being recorded right now because again the monitors have been flipped.
I'm sure whatever it is perfect. I wouldn't worry about it. Nothing has ever gone wrong. So.
There's something else I was going to tell you, and now I can't remember. Mm-hmm. They fixed the quick resume bug on the Series X with the latest insider build. That's actually kind of a big deal. So,
what does that mean? What was the bug?
Didn't work.
Ah, yes.
So if you've been wondering why your games that support quick resume haven't been quick resuming, it's because it didn't work. I had it work like once or twice, maybe.
Does quick resume work? It must. Can we assume that like a new game would just have this? Maybe. Or is that not a good assumption? Because I've never seen like you'll see a quick resume like logo or something sometimes. I haven't seen that in a while, and I feel like on Black Ops 4,
they might have turned it off.
Yeah, I think. Well, I thought it went away. Like because I had read something where Microsoft kind of said, we can turn this thing on and off, and if a game kind of falls out of compliance, like you just won't get it. And I thought that might have happened to the old, Black Ops 4, which is now probably 2 years old or something. But okay, I don't think I've seen it. I can't remember having seen it in a while now.
Yeah, I bet they turned it off. Would be my guess, and now they've fixed whatever that is. And so I'm assuming, since it's in the insider build announced yesterday, it should be coming in whatever the December dashboard update arrives, which honestly might be next week. They usually do it like the third or fourth week.
But it would have to be next week because, like we talked yesterday, literally the entire company will be gone.
I mean, you think about pushing out an update on a Friday. I mean, I can't imagine pushing something out on December 22nd and then
for Christmas. Yeah, what could go wrong?
No, that's not Santa coming down. Daddy's just typing. He's trying to to push.
It'll be like the iOS bug where everything's really slow, but it's your Xbox.
Yeah. So, anyways, here we are back again. It's Thursday. Yeah, it is Thursday, isn't it? Which means tomorrow we do this thing live. 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Thurrott.com. 2 R's, 2 T's, 1 Paul.
I don't know what's going on anymore.
Nor do I. But what you should be doing is checking out Security Unlocked. You can find the links down in the description below. That's aka.ms/security unlocked. We'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully you are having a good day, and hopefully tomorrow my furnace isn't running. Well, I hope it's running, but not running during the podcast. I need my heat.
You want it to be running.